Good morning, everybody. Welcome to EXSIN Live. It's Dave and Phil.
Hey, Phil. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
Old, bald, chubby. Not much has changed.
Third quarter.
Yeah, deep in the third quarter.
So these two old wise men. First, I want to thank you for being with us today. I thank you for listening. Please share this with your friends. We're going to talk about the top 5 reasons, if you're a business owner, you should hire a business advisor to help you kind of smooth the waters out in your company. Yeah,
I mean, it's good to get coaching, advising, consulting, counseling, whatever you want to call it. We all need it in different areas of our life. Businesses really, over the last 20 years, it's became more and more prevalent that people are seeking professional advisors. But it is essential.
Well, the reality of it is most business owners work in their business every day, and they aren't working on it. So they're slow to grow. They're slow to expand. They're slow to get things in place. So the business has bumpers and you can run itself. So we're going to tell you these 5 things. The first one is objective advice. And it's always good to surround yourself with wise people. Did you see that Berkshire Hathaway has gotten permission to buy 50% of Occidental Petroleum?
That doesn't surprise me.
So, and I say that to say this.
It does surprise me, but it doesn't surprise me.
So I say that to say this. Berkshire Hathaway, everybody knows William Buffett. Everybody knows him. Warren Buffett. I didn't know. That's his brother. Brother William. Sorry, Warren Buffett. Everybody knows who he is. But here's a gentleman who's in his 80s. And he has surrounded himself with young people that are helping him grow and continue to expand his ownership interest in other companies. If you aren't surrounding yourself with smart people outside of what you do to ask questions, I mean, Berkshire Hathaway is now in the oil business, one of the most volatile businesses, I think, in the world. Fair?
Yeah, way up there.
I mean, you make a ton of money.
If it's not the most volatile, I'd like to know what is.
And here he is buying shares up of Occidental Petroleum. Great company out of Houston.
Great company.
But the reality of it is he is surrounding himself with people that are giving him advice on what to do and why to do it. He's looking at things in the future to grow the company.
In his 80s.
In his 80s.
Yeah.
The next thing you get from an advisor who talks about this is expertise and experience.
Well, I think, and I want to go back to the number one real quick, where it talks about getting impartial advice. We've had very tough conversations with clients over the years. It's not always easy. And I think it's important that you get advisors that are really going to do that. It's one thing to state you're going to do it. It's another thing to do it.
Don't hire yes men.
Don't hire yes people that are just going to stand up there and tell you what you want to hear and make you feel good about yourself. That's defeating the whole purpose of having outside advisors. Back to number 2. Yeah.
Expertise and experience.
Yeah. You got to have expertise and experience to bring any value, Now, I think the best advisors are those that know what they're good at and know what they're not good at. Yep. And can identify that and then bring resources alongside if needed. We're going through a project right now for one of our clients that's parts of that project is outside our area of expertise. We know about it. We've developed a strong, but it's accounting. We're not accountants. Yep. Well, then you got to go out and get the best that you can to go to work through that process. So have these outside advisors that truly are experts, truly have unbelievable knowledge. It'll go a long, long ways. Well, I need to get my keyboard, but good morning, Paul. Good morning, Matt. Welcome to the show. We'd love to have you guys here. Paul's new. Is that Staten? Staten looks like Staten. We're old. We are old. We can't see. Can you read that? No yes man is what has lost many years of experience or expansion. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact. We're going to have to get glasses or a bigger screen in here for everybody. Well, that's what's sad is the screen we have 2 of them and they're big. And we can't read either one of them. Damn, give me my glasses. Oh, my Lord. Third quarter, brother. All right, it's a real thing. So great to have you guys here. Look forward to your comments. We'll do the best we can to get the comments out there to you. I'll switch the screen here in a minute on my desk. The next thing is advisors, and you mentioned it a second ago, is access to resources. Yeah, you got to have access to resources. I mean, everybody, and this is a tough one, right? Because we've been doing this a long time, close to 30 years, you the same amount of time, but who's a great resource today may not be a great resource in 5 years or 10 years. I mean, for a lot of reasons, they could retire, they could get out of the business, they could whatever. The industries could pass them by.
Well, and all
so it's tough, but you got to stay fresh. You got to stay connected.
And this is a good point. Advisors are good at different things, right? So there may be a good startup advisor that is not a good scale advisor, that is not a good long-term, just steer the ship advisor. You need to figure out who you're dealing with and what their strengths are and how they can help you expand and grow and move with you or away from you as they have to.
Yeah, and I think, and when you have that, now you're starting to build what's truly a powerful advisory team. Another client of ours, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, we're in a long-term engagement with them and worked with them for several years, but they asked us to be on their advisory board. So bringing in other outside professionals, and Dave and I are fortunate enough to be on that advisory board, and it's in addition to our other work, but it's, when you get to that point, that's when you know that as a business owner is what I'm talking about. When a business owner gets to the point where they understand the value of advisory boards, they understand the value of all these things, that's when good things really start to happen. Were you able to read it?
I did. So, and Matt brings up a good point. I got my eyes close to TV. He made a point that the business rules of today are the same as they were 20 years. It's chaos management. To some extent, I agree with you, Matt. To some extent, it's part of adjusting with the flow of things. And this goes to the biggest thing advisors can bring to you. They can focus you on 4 areas: planning, people, process, and measurement or your performance. Yeah. And what you find is that most businesses that we work with don't have all 4 of those or don't have any 4 of those.
I will say this. I think it is harder to run a business today than it used to be.
I agree with that.
And I think that's probably what Matt's getting to. But I think it's harder for a lot of different reasons. But yes, you gotta really get a laser focus on those 4 key areas and stay committed to those processes, and it will work.
And this is the next one, kind of improve financial performance. If you have an advisor that knows where to look, they can cut fat, they can clean up the books, they can get rid of things you don't need. They can also help you focus on leading metrics that will improve performance, as opposed to lagging metrics, which are metrics which happen after the fact and you can't make any adjustments to do anything.
I call it the O blank metric.
Yeah.
Oh blank. Nothing we can do about it now, but all we can do is sit around and be upset about it.
And this kind of goes to specifically to our sales training. If you're not tracking activity as opposed to closed deals, you're tracking a lagging metric. Activity is a leading metric. If I do this work, these things should happen. So I got to do this much work, this much every day over a period of time.
And again, staying on that sales for a second, tracking, leading metric. If, in sales, if it doesn't happen, if it's not generating what you think it is, what it really does, the greatest thing it does is it allows you to make adjustments to get there.
Yep.
I mean, in real time.
Yep.
And you're not, like you said, looking at things quarterly and you wake up and go, geez, we lost X amount of dollars last quarter. Well, I'd rather know that in the first month of that quarter so that I can adjust accordingly and at least try something different, Yeah.
And we back on that, every week you should be tracking activity.
Every week.
If you're not meeting your activity goals, you're not going to meet your sales goals. It's just a fact. We've done this too many times.
Yep.
It's a math problem. Unfortunately, kids today don't focus on math too much, so it's hard to tell them that.
Make a mean TikTok, though.
They may make a mean. What are they going to do when they ban TikTok? Sidebar. What's going to happen to all these TikTok millionaires when they ban TikTok?
They'll have to actually go create something.
That'd be awesome. Mass chaos. There'll be protests in the streets.
What happened
to
all my monies?
The last thing having a business advisor will do for you, it'll bring you peace of mind, especially if you.
What happened? What did Matt just do?
I showed this on the screen so you should be able to see it. I'll use all caps. One big difference for our company is most decisions orbit around employee retention.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a fact.
It's
or inability to fill positions. And with today's changes with young people, it is definitely not a good thing. And I just learned a new trick on StreamYard. We can show their comments, so we don't have to read them.
Really? How did you do that?
Look at that. Boom. Look, it's on the screen.
That sounds
technology. Old dudes in technology. Yeah.
I got my Big Chief and crayons in there on my office.
No, Matt, you're right. Retention now, hiring in general, people that will actually work for more than 2 weeks at a time is hard.
How do these people live?
Well,
I need some help.
I'm going to be honest with you. My daughter got an EBT card in the mail yesterday, and I was like, "What?
Are you serious?"
And then I looked. I went to the Facebook to see if this was something that was going on. Every kid during the pandemic, even if they're in college, are getting EBT cards from the state of Oklahoma. We're not using it. Obviously.
No, I know, but I just can't.
So you ask, how are they eating? Apparently, the government is giving these kids EBT cards.
I'm gonna go home, take a nap.
Yeah. So in conclusion, we digress again.
Jeez.
In conclusion, you gotta be smart about running your business, and you've got to focus the time to work on your business.
Yeah.
So if you don't do that, you're going to be in trouble. Matt's at it again.
I love it.
So what do you say here? It says the local assisted living center here closed not because of lack of revenue, but for lack of staff. Now
Wow. I didn't know that.
Wow, Matt. And that's a small town. Those people, they don't have a place to go close by.
No. I mean, the closest place is 28 miles away.
Good Lord.
That's crazy. Do not get in the assisted living business, Matt. Matt, one of the main things I love about Matt is he has a huge heart for our hometown.
Oh, and he's extremely intelligent.
Oh, massively intelligent.
So finishing up here, look, get the help you need. If you need help, reach out to us. Share this with your friends that are business owner. We have a new program called the Business Battle Rhythm. It's for business owners.
Yep.
It's 23 steps that will help you focus on working on your business. And we'll be bringing that. It's to market now. So if you want to learn more about it, talk to us. It's one-on-one coaching with us or team coaching over a 2-month period to go through the 23 steps and get you where you need to be. But thanks for showing up today, guys. It was great talking to you. Look forward to next week, and be sure to check our blog post out every Monday.
All right, guys, go get them.
With that, Dave and Phil, we are out of here.